Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So the Buffalo Bulls offense takes the field. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the 1st down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes room. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Looking to move it through the air. Gets away. Going to try to get it himself. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw, it's King. Skips away from pressure. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Fresno State. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Swings it out to his running back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
And the Bulls will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Got it near midfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
Open runway ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the run and get him one snap, one touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week and dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Wide open downfield. Off he goes. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 7 over FIU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll do it himself. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Dropping back, it's Shields. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down and run. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take the deep shot. Pulls it in on the right. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback will audible. Now they'll run it on the toss. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Fresno State.
The This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
PAT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
And the Bulls will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Off the play fake. Getting some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Keene. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules? On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He fires it out to the right. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Offense getting set for first down. DB's right up on the receivers. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. At the 40, there he goes. Afterburners coming. Past the 10. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the route is on.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it looks as if they'll have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer as they bring in the jumbo dudes for the 2-point try. Trying to power it in. He goes airborne and he's in there for the 2-point conversion. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Shields. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Keeps the play going. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40.
And another
That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide out in motion. Scanning the field, it's Keene. Flushed out of the pocket. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Here we go, set.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Army is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets that program back significantly. They're trailing by 21 to North Texas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of...
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. On the return, it's Rivers.
Return is brought down at the 49. And your Fresno State Bulldogs.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand.
And he's running in the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to...
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. I'll tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You got to take advantage.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Dropping back, it's Keene. Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
This is a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and more important.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.